Picture this. It's just another Tuesday morning in New York City. People are rushing to work. Yellow cabs are honking their horns and street vendors are setting up their carts. But suddenly the sky darkens. Not from clouds, but from an impossible sight. 20 billion geese plummeting towards the city. Let's break down this chaotic scenario, shall we? First, let's understand the sheer scale. 20 billion geese is about 2,500 times more geese than exist on Earth right now. If each goose weighs around 10 pounds, we're talking about 200 billion pounds of angry, confused birds falling from the sky. The initial impact would be catastrophic. Manhattan's roughly 23 square miles would be buried under a layer of geese roughly 30 feet deep. Every building's first few floors would disappear into a sea of feathers and honking. The weight would collapse smaller structures, and even some skyscrapers might buckle under the sudden stress. But that's just the beginning. All these geese would generate an enormous amount of heat from impact. The energy released would be comparable to several small nuclear bombs. The temperature in the city would spike dramatically, potentially igniting fires across the borough. Then there's the biological nightmare. 20 billion dead geese would start decomposing almost immediately. The smell would be unbearable and the health hazard would be unprecedented. Disease would spread rapidly, and the city's infrastructure would be completely overwhelmed. The Hudson and East Rivers would be clogged with goose carcasses, potentially causing massive flooding. The subway system? Forget about it. It would be filled with geese faster than you can say, "mind the gap." The environmental impact would extend far beyond New York. The decomposing biomass would release enormous amounts of methane and other gases, creating a localized climate disaster. The regional ecosystem would be thrown into chaos. And let's not forget the economic impact. Wall Street would quite literally be buried under geese. The global financial markets would panic, possibly triggering an international economic crisis. Who knew geese could crash both into buildings and the stock market? Cleanup efforts would take years, maybe decades. How do you even begin to remove 20 billion geese from a major metropolitan area? It would be the largest disposal operation in human history. The incident would forever change New York City's skyline, culture, and probably its relationship with birds. Central Park would become Central Goose Memorial Park, and the Great Goose Fall would become a dark chapter in the city's history. So next time you see a few geese flying overhead, be thankful it's just a few, because 20 billion, that's just too many geese even for New York City.